Now we'll move on to the next topic. So next is how to graph the different curves in polar coordinates. So we'll be looking at the standard curves in polar coordinates, and we'll see how to obtain their graphs. Okay, so uh, let us see the different problems. അപ്പോൾ പ്രോബ്ലത്തിനകത്ത് നമ്മൾ ഓരോ ടൈപ്പ് കർവ്സ് ആയിരിക്കും ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Okay, so the first problem is to sketch the graphs of, so first one is r equal to 1 and second one is theta equal to pi by 4. And now when you have r equal to 1, so there is no restriction upon theta. So theta എന്താണെന്ന്, so this is our curve. We need to draw r is equal to 1. So there is no restriction on theta. So theta can take any value. So the only thing given is your radial distance must be equal to 1. So that is, this will be the set of all points such that its distance from the origin to the point on the curve, that must be equal to 1. So for all values of theta, so if you take r equal to 1, so we'll get all the points which are 1 unit away from the pole. So therefore this graph will represent a circle of radius 1 which is centered at the pole. So that gives the graph of r equal to 1. So for all values of theta, the point 1 theta is 1 unit away from the pole. So since theta is arbitrary, so the graph is a circle. Centered at pole with radius 1. So therefore the graph will be, this will be r equal to 1. So this is the pole, and so if you need to draw the points here, so this is the point 1 0, and this will be the point 1 pi by 2, and this is the point 1 pi, where we will have 1 3 pi by 2. So that is the few points on the given curve. The next curve is, if you have theta equal to pi by 4. Now again, when theta equal to pi by 4, so there is no restriction on r. We have all the set of, we have the set of all points which makes an angle which is at an angle of inclination pi by 4 with the initial axis. So we are going to get an infinite ray which starts at the origin and extending up to infinity. So we are actually getting a line. The graph would be the entire line in this case. Okay. There is no restriction on r. So r can be either positive or negative. അപ്പോൾ r positive ആകുമ്പോൾ we'll get the points in the first quadrant. So this is going to be theta equal to pi by 4. So നമ്മൾ r എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ r positive ആവാം. So if r is positive, that will be somewhere here. Now if provided r is negative, that will be here. So therefore this entire line will be theta equal to pi by 4. So for all values of point r theta, so the point r pi by 4 lies on a line that makes an angle pi by 4 with the polar axis. So positive values of r correspond to points on the first quadrant, and negative values of r correspond to points in the third quadrant. So therefore the graph is the entire line. So that is going to be the graph. So this is going to be the graph. Now, if you have a restriction on r, that r greater than 0 angle, that will contain only the portion of the line in the first quadrant. Now, if r is less than 0, that will contain the portion of the line in the third quadrant. So that is the required curve. Problem is to sketch the graph of r equal to theta in polar coordinates where theta is greater than or equal to 0 by plotting points. So we'll what we do here is we need to take a few sample points. Sample points ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് graph plot ചെയ്യുക. points join ചെയ്യുക. That will give the required graph. Now the given curve is r equal to theta. So therefore as theta increases, here r also increases. So this curve r equal to theta. So this is a curve called as the spiral. So the graph will spiral out as theta increases. So let us look at a few points. So when theta is equal to 0, r is 0, and again when theta is pi by 2, so r is pi by 2, and theta is equal to pi, r value is pi, theta equal to 3 pi by 2 വരുമ്പോൾ, so r is again equal to 3 pi by 2, and when theta is equal to 2 pi, r is equal to 2 pi, so on. So these are a few points. So as theta increases, so does r. The graph spirals out from the point as theta increases. So let us plot these points. So the first point is 0, 0. ഇനി രണ്ടാമത്തെ പോയിന്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, so that will be theta equal to pi by 2 and r equal to pi by 2. So the angle is pi by 2 and the point pi by 2 will be here. Okay, and then the next point is pi. അപ്പോൾ ആംഗിൾ പൈ വരുമ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ വരും. ദെൻ ആംഗിൾ അടുത്ത് 3 pi by 2 വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും, so it will be here, and angle 2 pi വരുമ്പോൾ it will be here. So the curve will be like this. Okay. So when you join the points, and ഇത് കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്ത് ഇങ്ങനെ ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്ത് പോകും. So this will be the shape of the curve. So it will be spiraling out as theta increases. So this is going to be the shape of the curve r equal to theta. So this is usually called as a spiral. Problem is to sketch the graph of the equation r equal to sin theta in polar coordinates by plotting points. So here I have taken the sample values of theta. So first of all, let us find out the r values for this theta. ആദ്യം sample points എടുക്കുക. അപ്പോൾ sample points values കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക. So let's find the values of r. R is sin theta. Now when r is equal to 0, sin 0 is 0. Sin 5 by 6 is 1 by 2. Sin 5 by 3 is root 3 by 2. This is 1. And sin 2 pi by 3, that is root 3 by 2. Sin 5 pi by 6 will be 1 by 2. Then we have 0. Then sin 7 pi by 6, that will be minus 2. Sin 4 pi by 3 will be minus root 3 by 2. And sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. Sin 5 pi by 3 is minus root 3 by 2. This is minus 1 by 2. And this is again 0. Okay. So now let us plot these points. So when you take the polar coordinates. So corresponding to theta equal to 0, so r will be equal to 0. So this is the point 0, 0, and we have pi by 6, 1 by root 2. So angle 30 degree varum. Then the radius is 1 by 2. So the point will be somewhere here. So 1 by 2, pi by 6. ഇനി അടുത്തത് 60 degree വരും. The value will be root 3 by 2 and pi by 3. So the angle is 60 degree. So this will be the point pi by 3, root 3 by 2. And when you have 90 degree r value, the radius is 1. So we will get the point pi by 2, 1. Then again 2 pi by 3 varum. So for 2 pi by 3, so that will be again this point, and this will be the point root 3 by 2, 2 pi by 3, 5 pi by 6 വരുമ്പോൾ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് ഇവിടെയുള്ള പോയിന്റ് വരും. So that will be 1 by 2, the point 1 by 2, 5 pi by 6, and again when theta is equal to pi, the radius will be 0. It will reach back the same point. And now we can see that okay, അപ്പോൾ ഈ പോയിന്റിലേക്ക് തിരിച്ചെത്തും. ഇനി നമ്മൾ 7 pi by 6 root of minus 3 pi by 2. Okay, so 7 pi by 6 എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ the 7 pi by 6 is 5 plus pi by 6. So 7 pi by 6 ൽ നമുക്ക് റേഡിയസ് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് 1 by 2 ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പം ആ ലൈൻ ഇവിടെ ആയിരിക്കും വരുന്നത്. റേഡിയസ് minus 1 by 2 എടുക്കേണ്ടതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് സൈഡിലായിരിക്കും മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. സോ ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ബി അഗെയിൻ ദിസ് പോയിന്റ്. ഇനി അതുപോലെ 4 pi by 3 വരുമ്പം ഇതിൻ്റെ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് റേയിൽ വരുന്ന ലൈൻ ആയിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ 4 pi by 3 minus root 3 by 2, that will be this point, and 3 pi by 2 minus 1 is this. 5 pi by 3 minus root 3 by 2 is this. So on, this will be the point 2 pi 0. Find the points, we are going to get a circle in this form. So what we have seen from here is 0 to pi വരെ നമ്മൾ പോകുമ്പോൾ സർക്കിൾ ഓൾറെഡി ഒന്ന് ട്രേസ് ചെയ്യും. വീണ്ടും pi to 2 pi മൂവ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ the circle is retraced. So here when you take r equal to sin